Hello and welcome to Data Skills Live. My name is Craig Steele. I'm a computer scientist, I'm a gadget geek, and I'm interested in all things tech. So you're about to get hands-on and learn data science skills in this interactive activity. Data science is the set of skills that people need to be able to ask questions, collect, analyse, interpret, and communicate about data. And we need more people to know how computers use data and how to use data to help humans make better decisions. With me today is Digital Park Ranger David. Hello, David.
Thanks, Craig. Hi, my name is David Hewitson. I'm a web developer. I make apps, websites, interactive things, and I'm also very passionate about animals and how we can keep animals safe. And today's going to combine both of those things. We're going to combine data with animal welfare. And we're here in our National Park Operations Centre, fairly close to South Africa. It's a bit of a grey day in South Africa today, but we're fairly near the animals, and we have all the data at our fingertips, and we've got a lot of data to deal with today. As Craig said, data is information, so things like facts, things we know, things we can measure, things that we can count, all of this information we can bring together and make use of and understand. And that's what data science is, understanding all of the data that we have and using it to do something useful. Today, we're joined by a network of data scientists from all over the world. And I'm talking about you. You're joining us from France. You're joining us from Scotland. You're joining us from Egypt. And I'm going to give a few shout outs to some of yous all around the world. So when I shout out your group's name, make sure to give us a cheer in your classroom so that we can hear you. So I want to give a shout out to everyone at Stranraer Academy. Thank you for joining us. I know you've got quite a few people joining from Stranraer today, so it's great that you're all here. Boroughmuir High School, Dunoon Grammar, Inver Almond Community High School, thanks for joining. Lennoxtown Primary School, Lauder Primary, Stirling High School, great to have you with us. Alexandra College Junior School, St Ninian's Primary, thank you for joining. And everyone joining from other high schools, primary schools, universities, we're so glad to have you with us here to defend the Rhino. So let's have a wee look at what we're going to get up to today.
The charity Save the Rhino says that South Africa has been the country hardest hit by illegal poaching. By 2017, 1,000 rhinos were being killed every year by poachers. Our park ranger, Bokamozo, has received a message that poachers have been seen nearby. We think they're preparing to attack a crash of rhinos, and we think they'll attack soon, so you need to work together. Today, you'll be our data science team and help us stop the gang of rhino poachers. First, you'll collect data from security cameras across the national park. Then you'll analyse that data to look for patterns and suspicious activity. Finally, you'll visualise that data and figure out where the poachers are so we can stop them in time.
So, are you ready to get started? Let's watch a video and learn a wee bit more about our mission today.
Well, let's get started. Make sure that you are on defendtherhino.com, so that's the website you need to go to, and you're going to follow the instructions on the screen and you're going to try and answer the questions so that we can complete this task.
Once you've gone to the website and signed in, we're going to be tracking your progress and giving you hints and tips along the way. So don't worry if you fall behind or you get stuck, or if you've never done any activity like this before, don't worry, we're going to help you catch up and make sure you know what you need to know. As I can see, we have lots of digital park rangers joining us today. In fact, we can have a wee look at some of your names. I can see we've got Eleanor from Seafield Primary School, and we've got Ella from Lennoxtown Primary School, and people joining us from Boroughmuir, the University of Edinburgh. We've got people joining us from all over Scotland today, and it's fantastic to see so many of you helping us defend the Rhino. Lots of people from Lennoxtown High School, Miss Bullock, Jamie, Ross and Alfie. Thank you for joining us today.
We've got plenty of digital park rangers then helping us this morning, David.
Yeah, loads of them, too many of them almost. And we're already starting to collect data. In fact, if you're on Twitter, or rather if your teachers or parents are on Twitter, you can follow us at Digital World and at data_schools. And tweet us with the hashtag #DataSkillsLive. We love to see your tweets.
Great. So I can actually see, as David's saying right now, a lot of you are signing in at the moment to the website, and we're already starting to collect some data about you. So as David says there, we could see your avatar, we could see what school you're part of, we can see your park ranger name. And we were just showing you there our data dashboard. So that's where we're going to be able to sort of analyse all the data that you're going to be sending us as it comes in. So hello, Ralph, Ryan, Mary, Lily. Thanks for taking part in this interactive lesson this morning as well. And also, as part of the starting, we asked you, what is your favourite wild animal? And we collected that data by asking you that question. And now we can analyse the results and try to understand which animal is the most popular. So let's have a look at the data, David.
Sure. So one way we can, there we go.
There it is.
One way we can visualise this data is by putting it on a chart. This pie chart is an example of a data visualization. So rather than me just reading out how many votes each animal has, I can just show you the results on a chart, and that makes it easier for us to understand. So we asked you, what's your favorite wild animal? And it seems that the most popular one is elephants, closely followed by giraffes, and that's quite surprising to me. I thought that rhinos would be more popular for this
especially
activity.
as part of a Defend the Rhino exercise, you'd be thinking that people would would be having rhinos as the most important. And this data's coming live as people are playing through the activity as well, so that's a nice bit of visualization for you as well.
It's even animated as well, which is great.
Well done. Oh, so David, I'm starting to get a transmission through now from Bocamozo, the park ranger.
Oh, put him on.
I'll put him through.
30 minutes until the poachers attack. Keep going.
Oh no, we better get started. We better get started, David. So the first thing we need to do is to collect the data. So we've got security posts right across the park which have a bunch of sensors that are recording data, and we need you to collect the data from these posts.
So follow the instructions that come up on your screen as you're playing along, and let's collect that data from all the security posts.
So let's let people work through that just now, David, as they collect the data from those posts. You can see people are already still joining, and they'll be moving on to that task. So David, what are these security posts?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Craig. These security posts have lots of different sensors in them, and they collect data about the weather, light levels. You have motion sensors in them as well, so they can detect if people are walking around or if animals are moving around the park. But the key thing that they have is they have camera sensors built in, so they take pictures constantly. So what you need to do is download a copy of that data so that we can start to analyze all of these pictures and see if there are any poachers lurking in the park. So follow the instructions on your screen and answer the questions so we can get started on our mission today.
Yeah, we want lots of people today taking part in defending these rhinos. I can see quite a few of you are just starting the activity as well. Don't worry, you've still got time to go through all that. Thanks, Oliver from Stirling High School. I can see that you're starting to look through the images already.
Callum and Jack at Stirling High School, and Rosalind. Thank you for joining, and well done.
Robert from New College, Lanarkshire, you've just joined as well. Thanks for taking part. So looking at our data dashboard here, David, I can see that quite a few people now are downloading the images. They're starting to look through them. Looking at our data dashboard, I can see a few of you are now collected the data. So what is it they're going to do once they've actually downloaded the images?
So once we've collected all of the images from these cameras, it's going to be your job to analyze it, to analyze all these images to see if you can find the poachers. So you're looking for an image with a human being in it, because this might be a poacher who is about to attack the rhinos. The problem is, I'll be honest, we have loads of images to look through, nearly 16 million images to look through, and we don't have very much time, so we have to work really quite quickly.
That's right, so we want to try and get through all these 16 million images, David, and check them for poachers as well. So at the moment, I can tell what people are doing are scrolling through these images. So you need to keep doing that. You need to keep scrolling through all these images and seeing if you can find images of poachers. How are people doing, David?
We're doing pretty well so far. I can see that we've looked through a lot of images, and some people are just still downloading the images, which is fine. You'll catch up, don't worry, you won't get lost behind. And we're getting a lot of interesting information about what's in the photos too.
So I can see we're already getting through a few thousand of these images as well, but we'll give you another couple of minutes to go through those steps to keep scrolling through those images. David, any messages coming in as well?
Yeah, Miss McAlpine from Stirling has been tweeting us, saying that they're saving the rhinos. So thank you very much for sending that tweet. We love to see your tweets. So if your teacher wants to tweet us and send us a photo, please do.
So there's 16 million images, David, on this database, because it's like a massive area that we're having to cover here with cameras.
Yeah, and you might find that it's getting a little bit repetitive once you're at the point where you're looking through these images. Just keep going, keep scrolling, and keep seeing if you can find any human beings. Hopefully, with all of our work together, we'll be able to figure it out.
Let's give everyone another 2 minutes or so, David, a minute or two before we move on, hopefully. Keep going, we need to defend these rhinos. I'm a bit worried that the poachers are going to get there before we've managed to check all 16 million images.
I know, it's actually a lot more than I thought, looking at the images to start with. It doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're sitting there scrolling, oh my gosh, it takes ages.
So Mr. G from Boroughmuir, you've been manually searching through those images. Keep going, keep scrolling.
Daniel at Prestwick Academy, hello to everyone at Prestwick who's joining us today.
David, I'm starting to worry about how long this is taking for us to do here.
Yeah, I know. And the other thing is, I just don't think that we're necessarily going to get through all of these in time, because the poachers are getting closer to the rhinos every minute.
Yeah, and remember, each second the security cameras are taking new photos, and we need to be able to check them too. So we've got those 16 million, but every second we're getting even more as well.
I'm actually starting to think that it's not going to be practical for us to check all of these ourselves. It's so tiring. I think we need to find a better way to investigate all of these images.
Oh, David, I've got another message coming in here from Bocamozo.
Well, you better put them on.
15 minutes until the poachers attack. Hurry!
No, David, we definitely don't have enough time. We need to stop the poachers before it's too late. But let's see if we can find a way to use technology to help us. So computers are much faster than humans at doing some tasks. What if we could teach a computer to look at all the images for us? It could do all the hard work for us.
So we're going to teach the computer to recognize pictures with humans in them. And to do that, we need to show the computer lots of examples of photos that have humans in them and lots of examples of photos that don't have humans in them. And what you're doing here is you're training the computer. You're telling it what's in each photo and it's learning from all your decisions. This is called supervised machine learning because of the way that you're watching over the computer as it's learning. So follow the instructions on your screen and let's teach our computer what a human being looks like so that it can do the searching for us. It can look through all the images and find the poachers. We don't have long to go, so keep going.
So keep following those instructions on the screen and teach your computer so that you can get it to recognise the photos for us. So this activity today, David, that we're doing, it's part of a project called Data Education in Schools. And the Data Education in Schools project's funded by the Scottish Government. It's part of the Data-Driven Innovation Skills Gateway. But what the project's about, it's about creating opportunities for people and like everyone who's taken part today to become experts in data science. And you can use data science skills in all sorts of different areas. So you can use it as part of healthcare, agriculture, finance, tourism. It can also be used in the public sector and in creative industries as well. And having the skills to understand data and use it to make good decisions is going to be really important in lots of jobs across all these sectors.
Yeah, there are loads of job opportunities in this area in Scotland. According to Skills Development Scotland, there are over 3,000 data scientists employed in Scotland at the moment, and the average salary for working in data science is about £52,000 per year, and that's about double the average salary for any job in Scotland. So it's a very well-paid area to work in as well.
So David, this wouldn't be a data science workshop if we didn't have some stats to show people as well. So maybe I should bring up my little stats. Okay.
So do you want to explain what this is, Craig?
Yeah, so this is our data dashboard as well. So this is telling us how you're getting on as we do this activity live as well. So I can see right now there's over 184 people, I think there's even more than that, actually sorting these images for us, teaching their computers. And you've already trained over 4,000 images, which is really good going. David, do you want to tell us a bit about some of those other stats as well?
Yeah, so the second from the left, we've got our machine learning model accuracy. So as you're teaching your computer by dragging photos left and right, saying this is a human, this is not a human, we're calculating how accurate the model is based on how well you've trained it. So currently our model accuracy is at about 79.67%. For this to be viable, I think we need to get it into ideally the high 90s. So we need to keep training the models and get them as accurate as possible.
Yeah, we want our model to be as accurate as possible. So we want that number there to be as big as possible. We want it to be as close to 100% accurate as possible.
We're also tracking how healthy our rhinos are. So you can see we've got our rhino happiness meter, second from the right, which is currently at 60%. So it's not ideal. We would like that to be 100%.
Well, no wonder we've got poachers approaching.
Yeah, they're getting anxious.
I would be getting anxious as well. So everyone keep going through the activity just now. I can see you're about 83% accurate. Let's see how high we can get that number.
Well done to Kate at the University of Edinburgh, who has trained their machine learning model. That's great work. Gabrielle at Trinity Primary School, and Maria, who has also trained their model. Bradley, well done. Earl from Trinity. Fantastic work. Shall we have a wee look at the dashboard, Craig?
Yeah, I'll bring it up.
The data feed. So we can see your progress here. We're doing really well. And let's see if we can get our models as accurate as possible.
James, you've just started. Don't worry, you can catch up. You can catch up. Well done, Bob from St John's. Rose from Trinity Primary School. That's a brilliant headset, sort of hat you've got on there in your avatar. Good choice.
Jack at Stirling High School, well done.
Oh, we're all starting to do it now. Finlay has managed to train his learning model. Keep going, let's see how accurate we can make it.
We're at about 85.3%, and I think we can probably get it to at least 90%. That would be ideal.
Oh yeah, keep going. This is exciting, David. Hopefully this is going to, this more accurate model, this using basically us training the computer to check the photos for us. We're hoping that this is then going to be quicker than us having to do it by hand.
Well, it better be, because the poachers are almost here.
That's right. Yeah, because if
this needs to work.
If you were checking it by hand, but we're only doing about 1 a second.
It would take years to check all those images by hand, honestly. It's exhausting. So we're doing really well in training the model to do the hard work for us. We're at 88.48% now with our model. Let's see if we can get it to 95.
I mean, that we need a lot more people to keep training it. Let's keep going. Isabella, I can see you working through it just now. Thanks very much. Holly as well, you're still working through the activity. Good.
Nice work, Thomas. You've trained your model. Keep training it. Even once you've trained it, keep going. See if you can get it as high as possible.
How are we doing with our stats? 88%, yep, not bad.
Oh, so close.
Over 17,000 images checked, swiped to the left or to the right there. That's brilliant. Keep going.
Yeah, that's a lot of swiping.
David, I'm starting to worry here about the poachers getting closer. Why don't we give it another minute? Why don't we push people here and see how many we can get done?
I think we're so close to getting to the necessary 90%. Once we get it to 90%, I think we're safe to.
Is that how so you okay? I'm just super keen to get it going, but I think you're right. I think we should wait until we get up to that 90%. I'm just too keen to stop to save these rhinos, but you're right. I have to moderate myself here. I have to be trusting the digital park rangers that we've got working on this for us today.
Come on, guys, we're almost there. Like 0.45%, less than 1% to go.
We've checked over 20,000 images. The amount of swiping that's going on this morning, the rhinos will be really pleased you're putting in so much work for them.
Less than 0.1% to go.
And just like everything in data science, it's really difficult to get to 100%.
Oh, we're at 90%.
Oh, we're there. So what do you think, David?
I think that will do.
That'll do.
Yeah,
that'll do isn't good enough. We need to protect.
We don't have much time though, Craig. But this is the trade-off. The poachers are almost here.
Okay, well, let's go for it then. So everybody has trained their models. We've got this idea of it being about 90%. And let's test your model to see if it works. So, David, if you could allow people to do that, let's follow the instructions on your screen to test your model.
All right, let's test our models.
So people will just be starting to see the instructions on the screen now about how to go about testing your model. David will be watching in just a minute or so to see the results of that coming in.
Yep, we'll just wait for a few more of you to actually upload and test your models before we move on. So keep going, everyone. We're doing really well. If we continue at this rate, I think the poachers will be given good chase, if that's a phrase. Is that a phrase?
Well, it is now.
Well done, Scott, for graphing your model's effectiveness. I see a lot of graphs coming in here. Jamie, Aidan, and Ewan, Miss Bullock, well done.
Finlay, thank you for testing your model. Kate as well.
Looking at these models as they're coming in, they seem to be very well trained models. All of them seem to be largely in the sort of 80 to 90% accuracy. So our average model accuracy is very good.
And what's the results of these tests, David? Like, is it quicker?
It seems actually, Craig, that we are going to be about 14,000 times faster than if we were to manually look at the images. That's how much faster.
14,000 times faster?
Yeah, 14,000 times. So that makes a huge difference, because otherwise we'd be here all night scrolling through those images trying to find the poachers.
Fantastic. So yeah, 14,000, that actually gives us a chance now to check through all these photos. But David, what we could do is what if we could combine these models, okay? So we could take everybody's model and we could combine them to form a potentially stronger model that might be even better. So that's known in data science as called ensemble learning.
Okay, well, I think we should do that. I think we should combine our models together, like you said, Craig. So I'm going to run the command.
Well, let's give people another minute till we get.
Oh, okay. You want to wait? Sure.
So we need people to submit their models to us by following those instructions. Oliver's just sent his model in. I can see that now.
We're getting a lot of models coming in. Well done, Callum at Stirling High School. Nice eye patch.
Liam from New Lanarkshire, you've uploaded your model. Thank you.
Scott, who is from another school, well done. And everyone at St. Ninian's Primary, you're doing really well. Miss Strain, fantastic.
Scott from St Andrews and St Bride's. We've got
well done. Oh, sorry. Yeah,
no, David, you say it.
I was just going to say, we've got a lot of primary sevens working really hard, training right now, and I can see that primary sevens are doing really well.
Yeah, if you've got if your class is taking part, you can send us a tweet, Digital World HQ, at data_schools, and use the hashtag DataSkillsLive. Although we can see you uploading all your models, it's always good to see if people are enjoying the activity, if people are taking part as well.
Well done to everyone at Lennoxtown Primary School. We can see your work coming in.
Okay, David, these models are starting to come through now.
Do you think we've got enough models to combine now, Craig?
I hope so.
I nearly jumped the gun. I nearly ran the command before we were ready a few minutes ago.
David, we're just so hyped. We're just so on edge that we're just keen to get things going. But I think you're right. I think we've probably got enough models now that we can start to combine them.
And looking at the stats, our Rhino safety level is getting lower and lower. So I think we need to actually run this command now and combine the models and get going with this. So I'm going to run the command. Get my wee Python script going, and this is going to combine all of our models together.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Amazing. So that's nice. Everyone's avatars, everyone's models are being combined, David?
Everyone's work has come together in one combined ensembled model. So what we can now do with this powerful model that we've created, using everyone's work pulled together, we can use it to check all the photos for us. So when you're ready, Craig, we can run this command and let's use our model to test all these images and look for the poachers.
Okay, doke. So if you load that up, David, I'll prepare the systems. Just tell me when you're going to run it.
1 second, just getting my script. Yep. Okay, I'm
So
ready.
we're going to take that model and let's see if we can use this more powerful model, combined model, to check the photos for us, hopefully quicker.
Fingers crossed.
David, that's going really quickly, look.
Incredible. I think that's faster than 14,000 per second now looking at it
Really
now.
fast, look. So
Wow.
we had 16 million, we're now down to 8 million.
This would have taken weeks of work, and now it's being done almost instantaneously. That's amazing.
We're getting there, 4 million to go.
Almost there.
Keep going. Wow, we did it. Oh, that was so much quicker. So because you trained your model, we were easily able to check all 16 million photos for poachers. And David, the results of that, we've got a list here of predictions of where the poachers might have been seen now.
Craig, I'm really sorry to interrupt you, but there's an urgent message coming in from Bokamozo. I think he's panicking a bit. You should put him on.
Okay, I'll put them on.
5 minutes until the poachers attack. Quick, tell me where to send the chopper.
No, David. He sounds really worried. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
5 minutes to go.
We're nearly there. We're nearly there, but we need to be quick. So we have that data about where we now think the poachers might be, and it's location data, but we need to be able to understand that data. So the best way to visualize it, it would be on a map, because it's location data that might show us where the poachers are.
So follow the instructions on your screen and let's prepare this data for visualization. But you need to be really quick because the poachers are almost here. So we need to map this data and figure out where the poachers are. Once you've done that, tell us, put your answer in the box so that we know which group of rhinos is under attack, and we're going to send out a helicopter.
Okay, David, I'm getting quite worried now as people work through this.
We're already getting some excellent suggestions coming in of which group of rhinos is under attack. So well done everyone who's sending in their suggestions. Keep going.
Yeah, we've not got long now, another couple of minutes. Keep going, keep answering those questions. We need to stop the poachers. What's coming in, David, at the moment? Is anyone submitting some answers?
Yep, I'm seeing that we've got some very useful information coming in from Andrew at Prestwick Academy, who has given us his estimate about which group of rhinos is under attack. Also, Joel at Trinity Primary School, Maya at Balweary, Jay at Carrollside Primary School, Aidan at St Ninian's High. Fantastic work from so many different groups across Scotland. This is brilliant.
I think, David, we need more people still. Like I'm seeing quite a lot of names coming up here in terms of what group is under attack, but I'm not, like, before we send Bokamozo with a helicopter, we need to make sure that that is definitely the correct group of rhinos we need to protect.
Yeah, we don't want to be sending a helicopter to deal with the wrong people, do we?
No, a false alarm.
We know what happened the last time. So let's give it a few more minutes. Let's see if we can get a few more estimates. If you've not sent in your estimate yet about where the poachers are on the map, you've still got time.
So visualize that data, work out where the poachers might be, and tell us the name of the group of rhinos that may be under attack.
Well done, Zoe at Alexandra College, Archie as well, Fiona, who's also working from a different school, and everyone else who is taking part right now. We can see your answers coming in. Thank you for your efforts.
Okay, 1 more minute. Let's get all these answers in. Keep working through it just now. You can see there's hundreds of you submitting your answers right now, but we want to be really confident here. Okay, David. I think we're going to need to go to it. Like, I've gathered together all the answers that people are been signing in here. I think we might know the name of the group of rhinos that's under attack.
What is it?
Okay, we think it's Umatatu. We think
Umatatu.
It's Umatatu. We think that's the name of the rhinos that are under attack.
You're sure about that, Craig?
That's what I'm reading. That's what people are sending in.
Okay, well, in that case, I think I will give Bokamozo a wee message on Signal and let him know that that is where we think the poachers are headed. I really hope that we're right. Let's see what he says.
You did it! I've sent the helicopter. The park rangers are on their way.
Excellent!
Oh, fantastic!
We did it! Oh, we did it. We found the poachers. Well done. Well, well done to you. You figured out that the group of rhinos that was in danger was Umatatu, and we've sent a helicopter out to deal with the poachers. Well done, everyone.
That's fantastic work, and we didn't have a lot of time to do it, but in such a short space of time, you've actually achieved quite a lot. You downloaded a data set of 16 million images, and then you used a terminal to give the computer instructions to deal with that. And then you experimented with processing the data by hand, but we realized it would take far too long to look through 16 million images by hand. You scrolled for ages and it took so long. So then we trained a machine learning model to find humans in photographs, and we ran it against the entire data set of 16 million images. Finally, you created a data visualization, a map to understand this data. You used your map to figure out where the poachers are in the park, and then you told us the name of the group of rhinos that you thought was under attack, and we sent out the helicopter to deal with the poachers. So well done.
That's a lot of work within the past 45 minutes. We managed that. Thank you for being part of our data science team. We couldn't have done it without you and your help. If you enjoyed the activity as well, then you can like this video. If you've saved a rhino, hit the like button. And if you want to do more of these types of live lessons as well, if you subscribe to the channel, that will keep you up to date with future videos that we do as well. Your hard work in training the models and using your data science skills has kept the rhinos safe for another day. Well done, everyone. Now, there is one last task that we need you to do, and it's important. We need you to answer some questions about how today's event went and tell us what you thought.
So click continue and answer the questions that come up on your screen.
So we'll let you follow through with those questions just now. Thanks to everyone who's liked the video. Thanks for that. If you enjoyed this as well, we're going to be running another live lesson later this month with Skills Development Scotland called How to Spot a Data Leak, which is about digital forensics and investigating data breaches. So I hope that you'll enjoy us. I hope that you'll join us for that activity too.
And also, I mentioned this earlier, but if you're a teacher or a parent, please do send us a tweet of your report card to @digitalworld and @dataschools. That's data_schools, using the hashtag #DataSkillsLive. We love to see your tweets. We love to see you playing the activities and letting us know what you think. So do get in touch. And we'll see you again for another data science adventure very soon.
We did it, David. We did it. We saved the rhinos again.
Sweet relief. I'm so glad that the rhinos are safe for another day.
Fantastic. Thank you everyone for taking part, and we'll see you again at a future live lesson. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.